continue onwards. I know this game inside and out, even if it's a newer game. What was that? Is something wrong, Rufus? Is it the call of the mirror? No, it's nothing. What is this I'm sensing? Okay. Sure. How much longer? I'm so tired. Really? We haven't even walked that far yet. Rosenberg's studio isn't too far from here. And you. Are you sure there's nothing wrong? You're acting awfully preoccupied. I simply don't think it's worth mentioning. I goddamn knew it! He's got the fucking fragment of a mirror! So we got 3 fragments. Oh, this ought to be fun to explain to your brother. What is that? Looks like a piece of a mirror or something. The design's really weird too. Yeah, it looks like one half of a yin and yang. Only problem is that yin-yang is 2 pieces, not 3. I didn't take you for the type to collect trinkets. I'm not. I couldn't tell you where it came from. It just suddenly appeared in my pocket. What? How could that be possible? I don't know the answer to that, but nor do I think we can afford to leave it unanswered. A predicament indeed. Poke it! Poke the thing! Poke it! Pokey, pokey, poke, poke. Y'all know where I'm going. Sorry. Fair warning for those who have headphones on, you might want to turn down the volume. I say this now because we're about to see an awesome, sexy man. Oh, sweet heaven, thank you for gracing me this day. Hello, Crow. Thank you for giving us so much of your time today. I appreciate you helping us attend to the aftermath of recent events. Of course, we couldn't turn a blind eye after seeing it for ourselves. Oh, hello, sexy. I'd bang that. Oh, not this fucking word again. What was it? Coup d'etat? Coup d'etat? Something shit. We've rounded up most of the people involved by now, though, haven't we? I believe you have. And with Princess Alphina and Elise's assistance, we were able to look into suspicious relatives of fellow students as well. There are some suspects still at large, but it's only a matter of time before they're in custody. I'm so pleased I was able to help. Our classmates seemed genuinely shocked to learn what their relatives were up to. Can't say I blame them. Coup d'etat? You'd think they could hold off the crazy. Hold on the oh, fuck me, Crow. You're doing this already and I can't. I can't. You'd think they could hold off on the crazy until things in Crossbell calm down. No. No, not at all. Or the timing's on point since the EDFs showed up here too. I would assume they're linked, yes. Oh, I'm positive they are linked. I'd been aware that some in the army were opposed to the ceasefire and subsequent downsizing of the military. But it's frustrating to not only have seen the extent of their opposition coming until after they've made their move. Yeah, mood. You can't blame yourself for this, Representative. Besides, maybe this works out better. It gives you the chance to take out the obvious trash instead of sniffing it out for yourself. That's true. With so many of them confirmed to be in custody, we shouldn't have to worry about the capital for a while now. Plus, the information we got will make it easier for Dad and General Van Dyke to take action. We each have our burdens to bear here, so it's best to focus on what you can do as the current head of our nation. I'm sure Machias is also doing what he can in Crossbell. Indeed, you've hit the nail on the head. I don't have time to dwell on past mistakes, or what I should have done with Crossbell, as it is, and the prince and lady still missing. Alright, I think we've covered all we can on the, what was it, coup d'etat problem? Let's turn our focus on the other big issue we need to think about. Oh, this man. Rufus. That's his name. It's not possible for him to be both near the capital and running Crossbell at the same time. So then, who did we see? You said you requested an investigation into that, right, Milliam? Yep. While you were still taking care of the coop stuff, it should be about...
My apologies for the delay.
Claire!
Just the gal we need. What's the word, Claire?
Well, it took longer than I'd hoped, but this information came directly from our sentries near the border.
Huh? Why did you stop working? My controller stopped working. Why? No, don't do this to me, game. We're not going to do this. I'm playing this game whether you like it or not.
They confirmed that Crossbell's new Supreme Leader never left the state while C was active.
Then he wasn't lying.
Yeah, there really are two Rufuses.
I mean, I know he's a snake and all, but would he really lie about that?
But how is that possible?
It isn't. It's preposterous, even. Or so I would say had we not seen him in the flesh.
He played us enough to be the real thing.
He sure did. First he calls himself C and sets things up so we'd make our way to the capital.
Yeah, and it's an insult to even try to take on C's mantle. He can't even come close.
Then he gets us to take care of that coup for him, while he gets away with whatever info the EDF provided him.
Using every means at his disposal has always been his way. And this was no exception.
Then are we in agreement that the Rufus in Crossbell isn't the real one?
The evidence seems to point that way at present.
Well, at least you guys can see that.
Perhaps it is also my hope that it points that way.
I doubt it, since I'm inclined to agree. Rufus acting the way the Supreme Leader does after what he went through doesn't make as much sense to me. You had to have had an effect on him in some way at the Imperial Fortress, Eustace.
I would like to believe that as well. Have you learned anything more about the 3 children accompanying him?
We're still looking into them, I'm afraid.
I know our side can't talk, but they were strong as hell for being kids.
All I can confirm from my end is that no record of them exists in the Intelligence Division's database. Too underground for even the ID to pin down means it'll be extra tough for us.
It's best to assume they and whoever was controlling the airship are hired help.
It should have been impossible for your friends to win. Eustace, members of Class 7, please, tell me why.
It's because you refuse to rely on anyone but yourself. We won't be getting anywhere wondering what he's up to here. I propose we move on using the one lead he provided.
If you wish to know what befell the Courageous Two, make for the Nord Highlands.
Oh, that's where we're going. Does that mean we're gonna see Gaius?
Do you feel you can trust his word enough to warrant going to the Highlands, Rean?
If anything else, I did get the impression that he is actively against the Supreme Leader. There's likely some ulterior motive behind telling us that lead.
Knowing him? Definitely.
But Eustace is right that we should use it. Especially if there's any chance we can help Crossbell in the process.
I'll respect your decision, of course, but...
Some of us will have to remain in the capital.
Ah, hell no! I am taking Crow with me. You are not taking him from me, game.
The aftermath of the coup d'etat requires some attention before it can be considered resolved.
I'll stick around for it. May as well see it through. It'd be good to hit up the entertainment district and the Bracer Guild for info while I'm here too.
I knew you were gonna do that. I mean, it's just very Ash of him. Ugh. What is happening? Thank you.
Gaius is in the middle of an investigation of his own in Nord, I think. There should be enough people if you meet up with him and anyone else who's up east.
That's exactly what I thought.
Muse is also planning to travel from the branch campus to join him.
So in other words, we'll be seeing Gaius and Muse.
But will that be enough under the circumstances?
Then will we suffice?
That voice. Uh-huh, I knew it. It's Machias.
Huh? Kurt. And...
Machias!
Hello there again. Sounds like you've been making some headway into the investigation.
Oh wait, no, that's not Machias. That's Vander. Shit!
About your
Mueller! Mueller! I don't know why the fuck I thought it was Machias.
Since our father is still occupied in the west, we will be accompanying you in his stead.
Wait, I get you in the team? Now that is awesome.
May we Vanders be of great service.
So it's the coup d'etat. Not day. Coup du. Something like that. Coup d'etat. Aw, so we're leaving... Aw, man, I'm leaving my healer behind. We're going to be transferring onto the RMP train partway through the trip. We should hopefully reach Sander Gate at around noon. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong word again. Oh, well, they said do. Maybe, who knows. That'll be great. Then we can start our investigation right away. Thank you all for coming to see us off. I apologize for showing up so suddenly and creating all this disarray. Not at all. I was glad to have the opportunity to see you again. I'm sure my brother's disappearance must be weighing heavy on your heart, Lieutenant. Yeah, that's right. You're supposed to be basically his escort, aren't you? I could be wrong, but I was pretty sure this guy was gonna be his escort. My worries pale in comparison to the heartache you must feel, Your Highness. Rest assured that I will do all I can to put you at ease as soon as possible. Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel. Fucking hell! I give up on words today. Whatever comes out, comes out. I'm counting on you too, Muse. Of course, I will take good care of our dear instructor in your and Elisa's stead. Oh, but don't fret. I won't let my personal feelings get in the way of my work. Right. Is this really the time? It's always the time with Muse.
What's wrong? Our group is pretty stacked for this, so I don't think you need to worry.
You're asking your sister and one of your students not to worry?
I am worried, but not about that. We all refrained from voicing our concerns yesterday, but you're not going to take on too much to compensate for what those soldiers said, are you?
What do you mean?
The ones from the underground.
You're a filthy traitor, Ashen Chevalier!
Oh, that. Well, first off, the Ashen Chevalier was never meant to be on their side to begin with. He was only there by force. Maybe, if they were true believers, they would have known that.
So many of us joined the army to follow in your footsteps, only for you to trample all over our ambitions.
I do hate to be the person who's going to be the devil here, but, you little dingy-bats were never going to become anything more than what you are. Least of all even remotely close enough to be on the Ashen Chevalier's fucking level. I mean, really.
You couldn't possibly understand the frustration of those who died in that war, or even those left behind.
And that I have a problem with. Yes, he does.
It's time you took responsibility for your actions.
Oh, bite me.
It's true. Their words did affect me. They reminded me that for some, the war never really ended.
Try to see them as the exception they are.
Exactly. That isn't your fault, Rean.
I know. But it's also not something I can turn a blind eye to.
You can't be held accountable for a bunch of fucking clowns that are just clowns.
It's only by understanding one another that we will be able to move forward.
What's there to understand? The war is over. There would have been peace, but it's because of these morons there is no peace.
At least, that's what I think now.
We just don't want to let that consume you.
Everyone in the Imperial Army bears that responsibility, myself included.
None of us here want you to shoulder that burden alone. Isn't
Where's
that
your
right?
boyfriend, by the way?
Altina?
Not
Muse?
you, Kurt. Rean.
Oh, absolutely. Class 7 is and will always be about supporting one another. I think they've echoed my sentiments. Well then, have a safe journey. If there are answers to be found in Nord, then I know you'll find them.
Crow. Where is Crow? Crow
Thanks.
is coming, right?
Keep us in your thoughts.
You cannot have him show up and then just take him away. That's unacceptable. We need the Chevalier twins. Give them to me. Man, I'd like to go to Trista, see how they're doing there. It's been a while. And please tell me Crow is among them. I mean, with us. Where is my man?
There you are. I hope the trip wasn't too tiring.
Oh.
Emma!
And here I thought we'd be
Sarah!
getting here first.
We just happened to be on the train right before yours.
Where's Fee? And Laura?
I'm glad you all arrived safely. And long time no see, Lieutenant Colonel.
You're still as sexy as ever, Sarah.
Likewise. It's reassuring to have you with us.
We heard about the attempted coup from Major Revelt.
I don't know if anyone else notices, but she looks so much younger. Sarah, I mean. With her hair like this than she did in the first games. Man, I want that hair. That's so cool.
It must have been so hard for you, Rean.
You're kind of worried, but I'm fine.
They're always going to worry.
Better than fine now that you're both here. All I have to do is see your face, and it's like my heart feels a little lighter.
Then it was
You're
worth it,
flirting.
huh? But there's no river I wouldn't cross to find you if you needed me.
You're flirting. Where is Crow? You can't be flirting with another woman.
Though magic makes it simple enough to skip the river crossing route if there was an emergency.
Knowing you, I would totally believe that.
So don't you forget that all you have to do is call, and I'll be right there.
Thanks. I won't.
Did I choose Emma as a love interest? The game asked me at the start of this who my love interest was.
I'm still finding it hard to believe we have 2 Rufuses running around now.
I think I chose nobody because as I stated, I am a firm shipper of Rean and Crow. But I mean, I like Rean and Emma too. I think it's a cute pairing, but still.
I'll cross my fingers the lead from the literal lesser of two evils pays off, but we still need to be smart about our approach.
Agreed. There's no telling what could happen. That's all the more reason why we appreciate your and Lady Mildean's attention to this matter.
Oh, I'm more than happy to give it.
Where's Gaius, by the way?
Oh, and for those who are curious, Mildean, in case you weren't privy to it, Mildean is in fact Muse, but Mildean is her real actual name. She just goes by Muse.
He's gotten a head start investigating in the Highlands, I believe. A soldier gave us a message saying he intends to convene with us at the settlement.
I see. Then we'll head his way once we've greeted the person in charge here.
I believe he's someone you know?
Colonel Dalton of the 23rd Armored Division, yes. I haven't seen him since his division took stewardship of the gate after the war.
Oh, right. It was the 7th that was in charge of Zender up until last year. The 23rd was one of the new divisions created for the war, wasn't it?
Indeed. With all the changes underway in the army, the 23rd has no general at present.
Then how the hell is it operating?
But I hear the colonel's done a stellar job of keeping the division unified in the absence of one.
He sounds like someone who'd more than cooperate with our investigation, at least.
I've already informed him of our arrival. You should go and see him right away.
Watch him be anything but.
Listen, Rean. Don't go biting off more than you can chew.
I mean, Sarah, come on, man. You should know him by now. What do you think he's going to do?
Being an instructor doesn't mean you have to be the strong one in the group 24/7. I didn't have to be because you were there for me. So that means you don't have to be because I'll be there for you. At least I'll try to be.
You just get it, don't you?
Well, she was an instructor at one point.
Thank you. That makes me feel a lot better.
Good.
I love Sarah. She's so pretty.
Welcome to Zendergate. I've been looking forward to your arrival.
No, I do not know who the hell you are.
I am Dalton, acting commander of the 23rd Armored Division.
It's good to see you again, Colonel. The same to you, Lieutenant. And it is an honor to finally meet the famous Ashen Chevalier. Wait, are we seriously still calling him that? We no longer have Valimar. How is he still the Ashen Chevalier? I've heard much about the Lieutenant Colonel's younger brother, too. I wish I could give you all more formal reception. Please think nothing of it, sir. Most of us aren't even part of the army, much less deserving of a lavish welcome. I quite agree, and I'm just an inexperienced student. How modest of you all. I appreciate that. He's surprisingly candid for a colonel. Why is my fucking remote? He is, although I'm sure he must be very capable to have been given command of a whole armored division. Word of the 7th's exploits since the war have reached even here, Lieutenant Colonel. I hear you have been all over the country helping with the reconstruction efforts under Prince Olivert's leadership. What's more, the Vanders have evidently resumed their duty as guardians of the Imperial family. They don't call you the Ace of the 7th for nothing. I apologize if that sounded at all sarcastic. I did not mean it so. Think nothing of it, sir. I will not attempt to deny my past failings. Still, I am humbled by the honor of serving once more. On the Vander name, I will stop at nothing to prove worthy of it. I feel the same way. Could you tell us what you know about the situation here? Ah, yes. You came looking for clues on the prince's whereabouts. I'm aware you have the reason to believe there's something here. So it's true? The opposite, I'm afraid. This region has been positively idyllic since the war ended. The Highlands did turn into a battleground during the conflict, but everything's back to normal here now. I was honestly caught off guard by your conviction that something must be here, because Rufus said something! And I sincerely doubt he would have said that if he didn't actually mean it. It's a very shaky relationship with Rufus. That's unfortunate. Still, the intel's fresh, even to us. It's no surprise that nothing's been found yet. Indeed, I've had a lot of work at the watchtower, so haven't had much time to investigate in this area. In that sense, you might have more luck speaking with the people of the settlement. You may be well correct. It sounds like Gaius is already there, so I'd say meeting with him should be our first goal. Given the stakes, we intend to fully dedicate ourselves to searching once we have finished getting ready. I've appraised the soldiers stationed at the watchtower of what's going on too, so it may be worth stopping by there. Either way, should you learn anything, please do let me know. I'll be happy to send reinforcements if needed. Thank you for your kindness and understanding, sir. We greatly appreciate it. Alright, let's get started with the search then. We left Crow behind? Man, I was hoping to get to play as him. I miss my double sabers. Are we still traveling by horse?
It's breathtaking.
It is, and I still love the North Highlands.
Nothing I've heard could have prepared me for just how truly beautiful it is.
Wait, is this your first time here? I thought you guys had been here before.
It's your first time here, huh?
It is. I've been really looking forward to it. If only the other three could be here to see it. Words don't do it justice.
They really don't. I wish I could have let you first see it under lighter circumstances.
It feels like only yesterday that we came here as part of our field studies.
It does.
It's moving to think that this is where our ancestor took up arms to fight at Dreikel's side.
It's held a special place in my heart beyond our ancestry, since our uncle and I were stationed here. Regardless, I will make for the watchtower and set about gathering information there.
I take it we're going to the settlement?
You should stick to your original plan and reunite with Gaius at the settlement.
Yep.
I'm alright with that, but...
Are you sure it's wise to go alone? I think it'd be better if I came with you.
I know how capable you are, Kurt, but there's no need to worry about me. As a soldier, I'll have a much easier time operating in a military facility. Should anything happen, however, I will be in touch. Take care.
Oh my god!
I hope he's going to be alright.
I thought he got thrown off the horse!
I imagine that the prince's disappearance must be weighing heavily on him.
I had the chance to briefly speak with him about that on the train, actually.
I wanted to accompany them on their honeymoon, but Olivier insisted I not go. I got the impression he wanted to give me some time off to honor the war's end. Of all the times that idiot had to go and put my needs first.
I see. I think you're all worrying a little too much about him. We're talking about one of the finest soldiers in the Imperial Army. Up there with Lieutenant Colonel Neidhart. You should know better than anyone that he isn't the kind of man to act rashly in times like these. Yes, I suppose you're right. I'm sure he genuinely believes this is the best course of action. We'd be wise to mirror his conviction. Yeah, let's get moving. Yes, please. Yep, I see the horses are still freaky looking. Apparently, the settlement is currently in the same location it was when Emma and I visited during our field study. If we travel north from here, we should see it before long. We don't want to keep Gaius waiting. Wait, it's not where I thought it was? Nope. Aw, man! want to put Sarah in here. I'll guess I leave Kurt here. He needs the most level up here.